got a guy pulled over there. I was like, oh shoot. Yeah. Slowed her back down. You're supposed to pass him at 50. Passing them. You'll be passing me soon. Ooh, you sure warmed up. It's like 10 degrees right now. It was -4 last night, and then it was -2 up until about until I hit Clearwater. It was -2 up in Blue River. Up 10 degrees Celsius. Cracker there. I haven't had lunch yet. Been on the go since 3 o'clock this morning. It's 2 o'clock here right now. So I haven't stopped for a break since 3 a.m. Well, 4:15 I got my truck. Stopping at a lot of these restaurants. I try to keep away from the deep fried greasy food. I had a lot of snacks with me, peanuts and crackers and water. I just live off coffee. That's one thing. I'll have like 3 large coffees a day, and then at night a couple of teas. I bought this chocolate peppermint tea. Holy smokes, that's good. A little shot of honey in there. It's really tasty. Replaced my evening coffee. I usually have a coffee about 9, 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock, and then I crash out like 15, 20 minutes after I go to sleep. It's weird. I know a lot of people, they say they can't drink coffee past noon or 1, or they won't sleep that night. I'm like, that's weird. Drink a coffee and be asleep 15 minutes later. Clear conscience. I got nothing to worry about. Well, stuff to worry about, just not spiritually or emotionally. get to Barrier, I have 3 deliveries. So we're going from Clearwater, British Columbia, Canada to Barrier, and then Kamloops is the home base. So I did 200 kilometers up to Blue River, and now I'm on the backswing back down to Kamloops, which is 200. It's about 210 kilometers each way. So 420 I'll be doing today. Oh, the magic number, 420. That's a pretty bright sun. So on average, I do about 900 kilometers in a 4-day set. So I work Tuesday to Friday. I get Sunday, Monday off. And that's specifically why I took this job, because there's tons of trucking jobs out there, but they all want you to work yourself to the bone. Like they all expect you to work six days a week, 70 or 80 hours. And I don't want to do that anymore. I did that for years. I did, when I hauled fuel, I was doing 70 hours. I was 5 on, 5 off. So 14-hour days. And so I do 70 hours in 5 days, and then I get 5 days off, which was good. It was good money, but it's just really hard on your body delivering fuel every day, because the fumes got to me after a year. I fueled trades for 2 years previous to that, so that was hard on the body. All diesel. Hook up to a rail car, and then you hook your transloader, which is like a giant pump on a truck. You hook it up to the rail car, and then you pull up your semi to it, and then you load your tanks. And then when a train comes into the CN yard in Kamloops, you go out and if it needs fuel, you fuel it. And then they go to Vancouver and then back to Edmonton or Calgary. Or back east. It was a good job, but just I can't stand the smell of diesel fuel. Like, it just literally, like, even fuel in my truck that I'm in now, it's diesel. Like, if I'm around when I'm just putting fuel in it, it's just so disgusting. So I do enjoy trucking. I'm a carpenter by trade. I started in construction in high school. I quit grade 12 to roof. So I roofed for the summer between grade 11 and grade 12. I got on with the company doing tar and gravel flat top roofing. So I did that, and then I quit school. I was making pretty decent money. And then I went back to school for a few months, and because those guys, they were from Vancouver Island, and I was living in Chilliwack at the time, so they wanted me to move with them, and I was like, I didn't want to be at their mercy, right? Trapped on Vancouver Island, and now I gotta work for you, right? So they went back, and I went back to school for a few months, and then there was another company hiring, and I went to work for them, doing shingle roofing, doing shingles on houses. So I was packing shingles up ladders for the roofers. I did that for a couple weeks, and then they were so short-handed, and they hired a couple other laborers who were like, hey, you want to learn how to roof? I was like, yeah, sure. So after two weeks, I started roofing, and then I just did that for a year. And then same thing, it got slow in the wintertime after doing it for a year. And I went and I did carpentry for a guy. And that for a month, I just pulled nails out of boards and packed lumber to the framers. I didn't do anything. Like no building, no nothing. I was just, and then cleanup. I did yard cleanup and around the house and whatnot. I did all cleanup. And back in the 80s, that was $9 an hour. So that was like 88, 89. job for 14, and I started working for 19 an hour like the next day, just doing basic carpentry framing. He showed me everything what to do, and it was all pretty easy, right? How to read basic blueprints, so it was easy. And then I did that, and then in '92, this sawmill was hiring. So I went and applied there, Delta Cedar in Delta under the Alex Fraser Bridge, and I worked there from '92 to '98. I did everything in the mill. In 5.5 years, I missed 2 days. And one day I was super sick, and another was for a funeral. I didn't miss any days, and they loved me there because, like, they could depend on me. They always knew I was going to be there. I never missed work at all. And so I had an apprenticeship. I was an apprentice planerman. After a year, they gave me that, and then so that's fixing planers and sharpening planer blades, and then the chipper, you install chipper blades in the chipper where the lumber goes in and turns it into chips. So you install the blades in there and sharpen them. So I was doing that, and then there was a downturn in the industry in 94, 95, somewhere around there, that winter, I think, in the end of 94. So they said if I go over to the sawmill, I'm going to lose my apprenticeship, but I'll always work. So it's a custom cut sawmill. So I was like, okay, I'll go over. And then at the planer mill, they laid off 18 guys, and I think only 5 guys got hired back 6 months later. Everybody else was laid off permanently. They never hired them back. And so I was glad I made that decision. I worked there till 98. And then it was non-union, but they paid union wages. So they said, if you, Errol, the owner, he's from Portland, Oregon, he's an American guy, and he said, if you start a union, I'm shutting her down. He's like, I'm rich, I'm a millionaire, my kids are rich, we don't need this. So this is Barrier, or Little Fort, sorry, we're coming into. And so, yeah, he restructured the mill. They gave you an option that they give you $1,000 for each year that you're there. So I talked to them, and I was there 5.5 years. They're like, yeah, we'll just give you $6,000 if you walk away from your job. I was like, see you later. So I took the $6,000, and I bought some equipment. I bought a post hole digger, like a fence post digger, like an auger. I bought one of those and a trailer for my truck. And then I did cedar fences for a year, and I built custom sheds and cedar fences. And I did, in that year, I probably did 1,000 miles of fencing all around Vancouver. And then I started doing concrete formwork shortly after that. And that was good money, $30 an hour back in 2000, I think. And I did a lot of stuff during that time. In 2000, I went back to school for 6 months, and I got a diploma in coaching and counseling. So I ran youth groups around Vancouver, and I wanted to take care of kids, right? Like counsel kids. I wasn't not interested in adults. I just wanted to help kids out so they have a leg up in life. And so that was really hard. As a male counselor, because there's not a lot of counselors, and everybody was pulling me and pushing me all around, like, oh, come here and talk to this kid, and come here and talk to this kid. So I do high rises during the day, and then at night I'd go and counsel. I ran a couple youth groups in Vancouver, one in North Van and one downtown Vancouver, and that was all volunteer. There was no pay for it. And one lane closed, and so it was really hard on me. Like, I liked doing it, I enjoyed it. It was just tough to see, like, all the kids. I volunteered at a place called Crabtree Corner, and that's right down Crack Central, Main and Hastings. And so all the kids that go there, you're teaching them how to brush their teeth, how to open cans, how to turn a stove on and off, because their parents are all prostitutes and drug addicted, and it was horrible. And you just want to take all those kids home and take care of them, but you can't, right? So it was tough seeing that. That was really, really hard on me doing that job, because I at the time, like, you know, men don't complain, right? Men don't complain about stuff. They, you know, they're tough. They suck it up and they just deal with it, right? That's kind of how life is, right, for men. And it was really hard on me. Broke my heart every day seeing these kids that, you know, I can't do anything for except, you know, listen to them and hang out with them for a little bit. But yeah, after, I think I did that for 2 years, and then I just stopped. I couldn't do it. There's a couple of young girls that are like 6 and 9, and their mom never came to pick them up. So I had to sit there with them until the social worker came and took them into custody. And then years later, I ran into one of the guys I worked with, and we got to talking and whatnot. And he was like, "Remember those 2 girls? The mom never came to pick them up." And I'm like, "Yeah, there's a serial killer in Maple Ridge, Picton, Robert Picton." So they found the mom's DNA and ID and stuff or whatever on his farm. So he killed her and fed her to the pigs. So they didn't find out until quite a few years later. So those poor kids, right? Mom's never coming back. And so that Picton guy, he targeted native prostitutes because the RCMP never investigated it. If they're native, so if they're white, the RCMP would investigate and make a big deal about it. But because they're native, they don't do anything. Right? They just ignore it. That was a hard part of my life. Carpentry, I really liked it. I loved high rises. I loved the building. I loved doing all that stuff. It just, when I turned 40, it got really hard on the body. I'd feel it every morning waking up, especially BC. It's in Vancouver, there's a ton of rain from October, November, and then it turns to snow for December, December, January, and then back to rain up until May, April, May. So it was really hard on the body. And then 2017, I got my class 1. And I've been pretty much driving ever since. Accidents, knock on molded plastic and my forehead, knock on wood, no accidents since I started professional trucking. Lots of close calls though, boy oh boy, lots and lots. I kind of just started, I did YouTube a long time ago, and then I just started last year kind of doing more YouTube. I was on Instagram for a long time. I drove snowplow 3 winters ago on the Coquihalla where they filmed the TV show Highway Through Hell. So I was driving snowplow on there. That was an awesome job. I love that job. But it's just there's not a lot of snow. So I was there 8 months, and I probably only drove for 2 months. The rest of the time I was washing trucks and cleaning rest stops and picking up garbage and fixing fences and other stupid stuff, right? That was crappy. But great job. So I was on Instagram posting all that. And too many trolls. I was getting hundreds of backside of those, more or less. Those big ones in the distance. But we'll be going through the valley. So it's on the left side of the screen. That's where we're going, straight down. But yeah, it's on the other side of those mountains, that range. There's a couple mountainous areas I have to drive through. But it's a good road. Coming up to the part of the road that's just ridiculous. It's 70 clicks because they have way, and it's been one truck. Oh, sorry, the internet kicked out again. I was busy watching the guy in front of me. Guy's over there burning his garbage. We got a truck on a trailer pulled over. Bet you he's having a pee. Oh, he is too, dirty bugger. A few times I've passed people, they're having a pee, and I lay on the horn and you see them jump and spray all over. I'm so mean. I did that, there's a couple golf courses I did that at. I'm driving by and I see a guy swinging, getting ready to swing, and as soon as he starts his swing, I lay on the horn. You see him slice it. All his buddies start laughing at him. Ah! And one guy whipped his club, was like fingering me. Well, you shouldn't have a golf course right next to the freeway, because you're going to get people like me. Down to 80 and then 60 and then down to 90 all the way until it's almost to Kamloops, where the turn off the Sun Peaks is. It goes back to 100. It's a weird little corridor, but this is I don't know how many people are here, maybe 5,000 people in Barrier. 3 gas stations. That's kind of how I go on my sizing chart. Here's our first stop, Tenye Market. This is Native Preserve. It's a native-owned store. A little coffee shop restaurant they got there. All deliveries in the rear. So I'm gonna end the stream here in a minute. Once I park, I'll read all the comments. Just gonna back in here. Watch I don't take this person's Equinox out. Hey, you hear a big bang? Wasn't me. I didn't do it. Someone in there? I'm gonna block them in. Okay. Now, choose an activity, unload, farm direct drop, save. Computer work done. Okay. Meep Meep, truly a beautiful scene. Thank you, Meep Meep, it is. Thanks. Appreciate that. Donald Galley, hi, where are we at and going to? Yeah, we're in Barrier now. Reminds me of family vacation to Washington State. Yeah, it's pretty similar. The mountain areas are pretty close to Washington State, Florida, and everywhere else in between. Number 3 said, hi, report. Donald Gal, when I was 17 up in the mountains of Eugene, Oregon, fell down a part of a mountain, just scratched up, nothing broken. Thank you, God, amen. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's not fun falling down a mountain. Especially, I used to hike. I've done tons of mountains over the years. I hiked alone for years and years, and a couple times I was lucky there, eh? Slipping. Beckart said, hi, Glenn McIver, good afternoon. Where in Canada are you? Barrier, BC. Brian Muffins, watching from Ireland. Hey, good to see you from Ireland. My family, my uncle was Garrigan, going down on that one side. My mom's brother's dad was a Garrigan from Ireland. I don't know. It's probably related to, can't be that many people in the gene pool. And someone animates. Hi, someone animates. Let's see the top fans. What do we got here? Donald Galley, number 1. Glenn McIver, number 2. Burkent, K2 something, number 3. Brian Mullins, number 4. Roadrunner 99942, number 5. Someone Animates, number 6. And Princess Coming something, number 7. Ah, Princess Coming, that's my favorite kind of princess. I'm gonna get banned from YouTube for saying that. You're not allowed to say you like Princesses Coming, but you know how it is. There's still some red-blooded males left in this country. Thanks for visiting with me. I appreciate it. I'm going to do my 3 deliveries, and then I'll stream some more in about 45 minutes. Oh, West of Ireland, Galloway, I say. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Garrigan. So, I mean, there can't be that many on that side. And, yeah, they were totally Irish. My cousin there, my uncle's son, he can't be around alcohol. He ruined himself so bad from drinking. His kidneys and liver and everything's just shot, eh? And he was like my favorite cousin growing up. Like him and I got along really good. He was older than me, but we used to fight a lot when we were kids. So that's kind of how I learned how to beat up bigger, older. He's 3 years older, so that's how I learned how to fight older people. Just get angry and don't take shit from no one. Anyways, it was good chatting with you. Love you all. Thanks for visiting with me, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a good day. Thanks from Canada.